The ANC Greater Johannesburg Regional Task Team Conference is set to begin its 16th regional conference. It's understood that current regional chairperson Dada Morero is set to square off against Deputy Regional Secretary Loyiso Masuku for leadership of the region. The ANC Regional Conference is underway in Johannesburg and will take place until Friday. The current mayor is going up against Loyiso Masuku for the coveted chair position. Now, the result may indicate what happens in Joburg next year if the current mayor and chairperson lose. Our reporter Mbalenhle Mthethwa is covering the story, and we cross to her now live.
Yes, certainly, Juliet. It is one of those very important conferences that we are watching over right now. And as you would know, in the city of Johannesburg, the Democratic Alliance has already gone out and named their own mayoral candidate. And this conference is one of those conferences that is set to really prepare South Africans for who might perhaps be the mayoral candidate for the city of Johannesburg in next year's elections. Now, we know that there are 5 very important positions. These are the positions of the chairperson, the deputy chairperson, the secretary, the treasurer, and the deputy secretary are very important positions that people are going to be contesting for. And there are a couple of names, and some of the names that you have mentioned, especially for that coveted position, for the position of the regional chairperson. We know that the current mayor, Dada Morero, who is the chairperson of the Johannesburg region, is going up against the deputy secretary, Loyiso Masuku. And when Loyiso Masuku walked in earlier, she was received by a hero's welcome, and it is unclear as to how the numbers will really plan out as soon as the voting does get underway. However, it seems as though it's really neck and neck at this point, given the fact that Dada Morero, our chairperson here, has made quite an impression in the city of Johannesburg. Chairperson, what we know is that there's a lot that has been said, and we understand that, you know, in your position as the mayor, you've done quite a lot. Do you perhaps hope that those who will be voting today will also consider the fact that you have assisted in holding a successful G20 summit and have started the work of cleaning up the inner city of Johannesburg?
Good evening, Mbalenhle, and of course, good evening to your viewers. You'd know that the ANC is a different process altogether, electing leadership on the basis of the ability, the basis of skill and expertise, and of course on political credentials, which are important for the organization. So this conference is not electing a mayor. This conference is electing a regional chairperson of the ANC, who must politically lead the ANC in Johannesburg. Of course, inspire confidence in the membership of the ANC first and foremost, and inspire confidence in communities and residents of Johannesburg, especially the strongholds of the ANC. So that's the responsibility of the chair of the ANC, to provide that inspiration on behalf of the African National Congress. Secondly, to ensure that he contributes towards ensuring that the ANC can regain lost ground politically and improve our electoral performance in the next local government election. So it's the chair that will be elected in this conference. That's the responsibility that I'm charged with, that I'll be charged with, including ensuring that the structures of the ANC become strong on the ground, increase the membership of the ANC, and continue to contribute towards the national discourse.
Okay. Do you believe that you have demonstrated the ability to do so and the confidence from your party for them to entrust you with perhaps a second term as the chairperson of the Johannesburg region, even though it might not necessarily mean that you will be the mayor, as you have explained to us? However, it does give residents somewhat of a direction. What do you say?
Well, Mbalenhle, in fact, conference, it's a contested terrain where candidates contest a position. And at the end of the day, the voting delegates from branches are the ones that are going to vote. And every candidate throughout the process is given an opportunity to lobby, to canvass, to demonstrate abilities that they have. But at the end of the day, it goes down to a voting, which is happening tomorrow, just around 4 o'clock or so. We'll be going to the voting, and probably by this time tomorrow, the newly elected chairperson will be announced by the Independent Electoral Commission.
Now, you know, with regards to the conference, and as you have explained to us that, you know, there is going to be a voting, and by perhaps tomorrow we will have an idea as to what's going to happen. What happens if you don't come back as the chairperson of the ANC? What is the future for you? What do you suppose that you will then do?
Well, the conference may either continue to say we want you to serve in the REC and therefore elect me in the additional members, and the organization will then give me particular responsibilities that I must execute in the ANC. So that's how things are done in the ANC. Comrade Alfred Nzo was the Secretary General of the ANC. We went to a national conference. Comrade Cyril was elected, and Comrade Nzo remained in the National Executive Committee, because for us it's not position. Some of us are from that rare breed of cadres of the ANC who understand that we're in service of our organization, we're in service of our people. Whether I'm elected into a particular position to lead or not, I remain an important member of the ANC who's supposed to execute the mission of the ANC.
Okay. Thank you so much for taking the time to speak to us. There you have it. That is the chairperson of the ANC in the Johannesburg region, talking to us about the upcoming voting that's going to be happening later tomorrow. And as you've heard, the next time we speak at around this time, we will perhaps know who is the chairperson of the ANC. Really tight-lipped in terms of how he believes the vote could go, not really trying to be modest and not really trying to show his hand as to whether he has secured enough votes or the confidence of the delegates, given the work that he has done in the inner city, as well as the words of congratulations that he's also received from the president for the work that he has done as the mayor of Johannesburg in preparing for the G20. You will know that they have been going through a process of removing illegal informal traders in the inner city and ensuring that those who do trade are indeed registered in the Johannesburg Department of Economic Development and are able to then pay for whatever, or rather are trading legally in the inner city. But the inner city is in a better position than what it was perhaps maybe a year ago, and it would seem as though the mayor has, in his capacity as the mayor, he has spoken to the fact that there is a commitment to continue doing the work of reclaiming the inner city and the streets of the inner city and ensuring that it is clean. But right now, there is that contestation between himself as well as Loyiso Masuku, who is the MMC for Finance in the city of Johannesburg. She is saddled with the task of restoring financial stability in the inner city, and we will also touch base with her and find out what her portfolio of evidence she will be bringing to the delegates in order to convince them to perhaps vote for her. But right now it is unclear as to who will come out victorious after the voting has started tomorrow. But we will all find out at the same time tomorrow. For now, though, Juliet, it's back to you in studio.
Thanks very much, Mbalenhle Mthethwa.